Hello, everybody, and welcome to CTN Sports Game of the Week. I'm Nick Wisniewski, along with Kevin, the Mayor Bryant, at your alma mater. I don't know how much of the pool you saw back in your days, but we have got girls water polo, Pioneer taking on the home squad here on River Rats. What are we looking at tonight?
Well, we're going to have to hurry up because we just heard the horn go. We're looking at a Huron team that's ranked in the top 10 and a Pioneer squad that's really looking to get going. Will Hart's squad, and although he has a lot of seniors, they're only off to a 1-5 start, so kind of limping into the season for the Pie Hides.
Stick around. We're going to get at it right after this. We're going to slide back to our booth. Stick around. Just in under the mark, Kevin Bryant rushing around the pool. My mom would be so mad watching us, the speed that we were moving, but here we go, things getting started.
They tell you to walk around the pool, but we just didn't have that in our DNA. We got here right in time, and look at what happened. Pioneers, after I gave them the downer on the opening, they come up with the opening possession.
Yeah, getting that opening scrum face-off there, getting in there is always huge. And you mentioned it, Pioneer not off to a great start, but both of these coaches know, both of these teams know. I mean, dude, it's April right now. It's early April right now. That is not what either of these coaches, either of these squads are all about. They're always looking towards that state tournament 5-6 weeks from now.
Yeah, and you got a chance to talk with Coach Hart before the game. What was he talking about his squad?
Well, he mentioned that he's missing two seniors right now. He's missing his senior keeper and his senior center currently. So he's got some youth out there. They've got a freshman goalkeeper right now in Claire Stevenson. Freshman.
Wow. You don't hear that too often. Last year we saw that over at Skyline. Skyline ranked currently in the top 10. I believe they're third going off right now.
When aren't they?
I mean, they always are, right? But this Huron squad, they're sneaky good. And, you know, they're off on that first shot there from outside.
And there's an early shot from Ashley Patterson. She's a senior right now for the Rats.
One of the four captains, I believe, on the squad. 4 captains for Coach Montgomery. But they, you know, when these two teams play, Nick, they really don't put a lot of points on the board. You see a lot of this defense from outside and not a lot of shots going out from the whole person. They keep both teams play well, strong, formidable defense.
And now we've got that pass inside to Vasquez Potzek, and she turns around. That's a save early on for Savannah Duman. Duman is a senior for the River Rats. Having that senior veteran presence at goal, huge.
It's really big in this sport. We always say the net sports, it's always going to start with the keeper. And with Huron having a senior there that has seen a lot of balls come her way, that's only going to, you know, work out well for Coach Montgomery's squad this season.
That pass, Rudolph tried to send that one into Ashley Patterson. We've got a whistle, and the pool is going to turn over, so to speak.
Hey, you know, Nick, I found out something. Quick whistle, that is going to be a minor infraction. 2 quick whistles, that's going to be an excursion.
And that means?
That's going to have somebody on a man up or a man down.
Gotcha.
So I'm trying to figure out, after 20 years of doing this sport, about the whistles. And here's our first breakaway.
Catherine Wong, junior Catherine Wong with the breakaway, high shot, and scores First blood River Rats from Catherine Wong.
Yeah, Catherine had a good at least 2 meters in front of her defender and took her time, really set the ball in her left hand, her strong hand, and went upstairs for the goal. Here's comes off of the steal to start the breakaway, and then this is the ending of that steal where it's a nice top pull-down shot right off of the post, or the crossbar, I should say.
And like you mentioned, we're all learning, right? Every day. Great job. Great job for everybody. Everybody should aspire to learning a little something new every day. Pioneer shot saved by Savannah Duman. Duman's going to send that one back out to Natalie Rudolph.
And you can see right here, there was a good defense on the shot. A hand right on the arm of the Pioneer offensive player really took a lot of steam off of that shot.
Rudolph sends that one along, back into Wong. Wong into the hole set. No-look shot right out in front right there was Maida Montgomery, and we've said her name, right? the look on your face, right? We've talked about Maida Montgomery. We've seen her for quite some time. Just a heck of a player.
Yeah, and this is not going to be a surprise, folks. She does that backhand shot, and that was from at least the 4-meter mark, almost the 5-meter mark of the pool.
Well, and the no look is one thing, and that's fine and that's cool, but the pepper she had on it, that had real pace.
And the accuracy, just right off of the post. I mean, without looking back, she knew what height to have on that ball as well, too.
Right, that's an experienced player. Maida Montgomery right there, and we had a timeout. I believe that's a Rats timeout.
Yeah, it looks like Coach Montgomery is trying to set up a play because on the last two, the only actually action that Huron has had so far in this match has been on the breakaways. You know, playing that defense to offense to transition, getting down before the Pioneer defense can set. Coach Hart has been there for the longest. Actually, one of our referees, I believe it's Andrew Vikman, he's on the other side of the pool here looking directly at the table. He played at Pioneer, graduated in 07, and he actually played under Coach Hart. I mean, they don't have water at Pioneer unless Coach Hart is near it.
24th season we were chatting.
My goodness.
Before the game. 24th season. And he seems as strong and as into it as probably that first year. Like you said, I had a quick chance to talk to him before the match, and he just seems energetic, refreshed. I mean, this is his jam, right? He loves it. He says he's busy, but this is his happy place. This is the place where he wants to be. If your happy place is some of the socials, Facebook, maybe X, maybe Instagram, whatever
maybe
it might
X?
be.
I
don't know if that's anybody's happy
right
place, but you can get some quick info and follow us along for the way. And if you check out some of the Instagram and see some behind-the-scenes stuff as well.
You know, I heard something from the truck when I was walking by that our lead man, Mr. Rob, the super producer, director, said that we're going to have to do a TikTok video.
Oh, boy.
And get on TikTok.
You don't want me dancing, bro.
I was going to say, man, come on. Did you see me walking?
Look.
I mean, come on. Dancing is not in this guy's cards.
All right, timeout over. 2:57 to go in this first period.
And for Coach Hart in that timeout, all he had to do is say, keep it up. That's exactly what we want to have, strong defense and get some shots on the net. And let's see what we can do for keeping our goalkeeper, Claire Stevenson, clean. Not a lot of traffic in front of her.
Yeah, Stevenson's gonna have some growing pains, and honestly, Coach Hart said that's one of the things he loves about her. He picks his goaltenders, he says, based on attitude, based on mentality.
I love that.
And that's what you need with a goalie, right? Even if something gets by you, that's it. That's one. That's fine. Let's get right back to work.
That's the one thing that every player can control is their attitude and effort. And look at this effort right here by Montgomery into the hole. She's fighting off two players, and it looks like we might have a penalty shot.
Right, you are. It was definitely a battle of who wants it more, and just a little bit too aggressive where the Pioneer defenders, and Maida Montgomery will have the free shot here.
Yeah, and it looked like there was just, they're double teaming the whole set person. And it looked like on that pass inside, just a little bit too aggressive defense from the Pioneer defenders.
And I think we're about to see a howitzer coming out of
it's
Maida
coming out
Montgomery
hard
right now. And this will be a real opening test for Claire Stevenson. Wet shot off the post.
Still alive, still alive.
Montgomery gets in there, grabs her own rebound, hard worker, and sends that one in. Misses the free shot, but doesn't get discouraged. She keeps after it and puts the second goal for the Rats in this evening.
Look at that face. She knows he did something well after the post missed shot. She thought about it for a second. Coming in as Cordova from the side, could not get a handle on the ball, and Montgomery just flips it right over the head of Stevenson.
And you might want to check that post over there because, man, she
Gotta be
hammered into that.
Oh, my God. You were right on the howitzer.
Pass
Great
right
defense.
in the middle. Strong play, but they're going to call a penalty on that one.
Oh, it looked like Montgomery
Quick
got
whistle.
all ball, and it looks like she's going to get an excursion penalty for this. She looks like and the ref is talking with Coach Montgomery. We're not going to see anyone go to the penalty area, and, man, that looked like all ball to me.
All ball on that right arm, but you could see Montgomery climbed up on that left shoulder, which you're going to get away with a little bit.
Good
Not
eye.
this time around, though. And free shot right now for June Galbin. Galbin puts that one in and knocks this lead down to 1 for the Pioneers.
I like that effort by Galbin. She, instead of going with the wet shot, she goes upstairs, cross cage. And, you know, a lot of times a right-handed person is going to be shooting it towards the right side of the keeper. She goes to the left side of the keeper, up high.
Yeah, that's what an experienced player is going to do. Galbin, junior forward. But now the River Rats back on the attack. As Lilia Wadwood there. And she sent that one in, and another goal for the Rats.
Yeah, and Montgomery with her second goal of the evening. That one, like you said, that backhanded style shot. Again, she doesn't keep it long in her hands. Right when the ball hits her, she's looking for this shot. And, I mean, just like clockwork, she puts it in the back of the net.
And despite the fact, as you mentioned earlier, double team. They've got 2 players on her, just shadowing her the whole way, and she's got to be used to it and just puts that one in. Into the whole set now for Pioneer again. That's Vasquez. Tried to get that one back out to Galbin for a more clear look, but the Pioneers are packed in real tight currently.
Ashley Patterson did an outstanding job as a whole set defender. She was in front of Pazik for Vasquez Pazik for Pioneer. Just did not let her get a shot off when the ball went down inside into the hole.
Rudolph there to Wadwood.
Wow.
Wadwood from the long one skips that one in, and now 4-1 for the River Rats.
Wadha from way outside. You can see her. She's well above the 7-meter mark, and she shoots that one in. And it goes actually through the hands of Stevenson, who had both hands on that shot, but just couldn't squeeze that ball.
Yeah, I think maybe not expecting a shot from that distance.
Could have been.
And it had a little bit of an arc on it. It might have been tough to follow with all those players out in front of her. Yeah, only 48 seconds to go here in this first period. Man, these things go by fast, Kevin Bryant.
7-minute quarters. I love it. I mean, everything about this sport. I mean, you usually in sports want to slow things down. Not in this sport. You speed it up.
Another long goal right there. We can barely not talk about the action before more happens. That's Wadwa again. Another long. I mean, she's the Steph Curry of girl water polo out here, just deep out there.
Yeah, she did a look away here? Because that was Curry-ish. I mean, she goes in and drops it in for the second time, finding the near side of the net. And that was almost a splash shot because it bounced right in front of Stevenson before it crosses the goal line.
18 seconds to play, and I'm sure the Pioneers would love to get one more into the net before this first period is over with. And it looked like Cordova snuffed that one into the middle, and I think the River Rats will be happy to just
You got to watch
sit on
this. You got to
one with
watch
a 5-1
this.
lead.
You got to
and
watch
she sent
that.
it right at Stevenson. Stevenson's got to keep her head on a swivel because the shots are going to be coming from her at all angles, all distances. Everything's going to be from you folks watching at home from all angles and all distances as well. So that will do it for the end of first period play from Huron High School. River Rats up 5-1. Stick around because, man, more action on its way.
Hi, I'm Mitch with CTN. Did you know CTN is available on both Android and iOS platforms for free?
That's right, you can find us on the Cablecast app. Just look up CTN and all your favorite local programs are right at your fingertips. But that's not all. CTN is also on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. If this is for you, visit a2gov.org/CTN. Then navigate to the About tab for instructions on how to set it up on your device. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, where you can watch our live meetings and all of our CTN-produced programs at youtube.com/CTN Ann Arbor. So come watch CTN, where we aim to connect, create, and communicate.
And welcome back in, everybody. You can see that glorious wide shot. The colors, white balance is perfect. Perfect
like
white
that?
balance for camera guys.
You know why?
everybody
I was in the truck helping him out and
you
doing
gotta
that,
do
so that's why
You
it's got to be
gotta do
perfect.
that. Yep. I mean, that is textbook 3,300 degrees Kelvin. But so far, all Huron, right?
Yeah, and the one thing that we've seen that Pioneer was good at was a swim off. They actually won the first period swim off, second one here by Huron, and then after that first period, just to really recap, a lot of Huron offense. I think it was the first possession that they really was stymied, but since then, Huron has been finding not only plays going inside to Montgomery, but outside shots as well too from their sophomore Lily Wida. She's been doing a great job of, like you said, doing the Steph Curry shots from deep.
Well, and Huron called that timeout early, like you said, and I wonder if they did say, hey, if Montgomery's got these two players on her all the time, this is how we work around it. Exactly.
And sometimes you have to do that. Coach Montgomery knows how to handle her younger players, but when you have a younger player going up against your crosstown rival, first time in the pool this year against them, you're going to have to remind them the simple things.
Right, you are, and that's a shot clock violation for the Pioneers. And as you mentioned, Coach Jolynn Montgomery, this is her third season now as a head coach of the River Rats. You know, she talked about progression her first year. Previously, they graduated 12 seniors before she showed up, right? So she started from the ground up. That first year they made districts, last year regionals, and now who knows what's next for them.
Yeah, I mean, they put themselves in a good position this season by having a strong off season. Looks like there might be a timeout being called here, but that was a great defensive play that we just missed by Violet Walkinen. She's a freshman as well, too, number 13. She played out top and really did a great job of getting a steal. And it looks like Huron is going to have a person in the box now, so it's going to be a man up for Pioneer.
Here, maybe we could see what happened in there.
And I think that grab in the back there to slow the Pioneer player down, which precipitated that exclusion foul.
Yeah, definitely Catherine Wong in the box over there. So she'll have 20 seconds to sit there and think about her sins. And this will be an opportunity for Pioneer to once again work something out, get something together. High shot save right at Savannah Duman. Duman calm as a sea cucumber in there.
Caroline McTigu on the shot there, and McTigu got a dry pass, took a windup. That extra windup, that gave Duman a little bit of extra time to prepare for that shot coming in, I believe.
Yeah, I think you're right. It gave her the opportunity to be in the right spot and even be at the right height coming out of the water, I think.
There's a turnover by the River Rats that from outside, we haven't seen that this entire match. They've been doing a great job of moving the ball around the perimeter. Pioneers turned up their defense, though, here in this second period.
Quick passes by the Pioneers right now. Got that into the whole set. Vasquez right now just completely covered. But we've got another whistle, and now this will be advantage movement for Pioneer, and a player for the Rats will be going off.
Yeah, and another thing we like about this sport, you don't wait until the person's all the way in the box. You get the call, and the next thing you know, it is a man-up advantage, and Pioneer takes control of that man-up advantage with the goal.
No time to breathe, barely even any time to talk about it, but another goal right there for the Pioneers. Brooke Fagan, I believe, is the one to put that one in.
Fagan, one of the captains for the Pioneers. She goes up right through the entire teeth of the Huron defense, and she didn't do that pump fake, which didn't give Duman a time to get up and prepare for that shot.
And I wonder if there might have been a little bit of a deflection off of one of those River Rat defenders as well.
Could have been, because that ball did kind of look like it picked up a little bit of pace after it got through those first two defenders.
There's Montgomery sending that one out. There's Wadwa again. Claire Stevenson trying to get the ball out. You can hear her calling out, talking to her defenders, trying to get somebody to come in a bit and help her out. Coach Hart talked about one of the big things that has been a positive for his team so far is their communication, but he wants it to be even better. He says you wouldn't think it'd be tough to get high school girls to communicate, but they get in the pool and sometimes, they close up a little bit.
And this is the first match for both teams after the spring break. So it makes sense that it started off a little slow for the Pioneers. Now it looks like they're really getting into their groove.
And great passing by the Pioneers and a long shot and goal there by Chloe Cordova.
And it was a good job of not just communication, but passing that ball around. And again, without the defenders out on a man-to-man, because that was a man advantage, Huron drops their defense into a zone. Easy passing and shot lanes for the striker Cordova.
Great breakdown, great analysis there. Are you sure you didn't play this in high school?
Are
you sure you were playing last weekend?
I didn't even know the stairs to get down here tonight. I was asking our director, and I actually locked him out of a door, too. He's probably not even in the truck. He's still trying to get inside the gym.
Another save by Claire Stevenson, and the last thing that the River Rats want to do is give some confidence to a young goaltender, and you can see it just building in her right now.
Looking at the shot clock, that shot clock went back and forth in between the possessions up top, and Pioneer gets a full 30-second shot clock here now. Just excellent defense down there in the hole by Patterson. Maybe that's why she's a captain.
I'm sure that might have something to do with it. And you're playing that whole set defense. There might be a little dirtiness going on in there, right?
Like this, right?
You can just see like players draped over each other. There might be some kicking of the shins.
All you see is wakes going by each player. You don't see a lot of splashing going on because all the action is underneath the water level.
I'm begging our director Rob Cross for those underwater cameras. Begging him every week. Nice pass, nice turnover there by the Rats, and the Pioneers looking to take advantage on the break. Sends that one up ahead. There's Carolyn McTeague.
Galvin's just playing strong defense. This is her second steal on this possession, and she's going to dribble it in herself. Oh, a lot of contact from behind.
Yeah, Galvin did a great job of slithering around there.
And here you see Galvin come in for that first steal, and she left her man, and that's that defense that Coach Hart has been playing with putting two people on the hole setter.
And that shot just over the net. A moment ago we talked about Caroline McTeague, and she's a lefty as well.
Yeah, and I think in this sport, you got to use both hands. You got to be a little bit ambidextrous, and you got to look at Huron. They did a great job of killing that penalty. They actually had 2 people in the box on that shot.
But yeah, blink and you'll miss it. The Rats back on the attack, up 5-3 with 1:10 to go. Off the post.
That was Martinson for Huron on the shot from outside. And Stevenson looks like she's working the clock a little before she triggers the offense, allowing her drivers to get up the pool. And you can see that shot right there, right off of the post.
There's McTeague one more time trying to work that into the hole set. But as we've talked about over and over again, Patterson just doing a great job of staying in there. With only 42 seconds to play here in the second period.
They just started.
And here we go again, another excellent play by June Galvin. Galvin getting off on the break one more time. Advantage Pioneer, and we've got some whistles.
Montgomery's going to get caught with the penalty. She's going to go out to the box. That shot almost went in, but the ball has to go across the entire goal line, and we got a player out there without a cap. You can see that shot didn't get anywhere, really close, but it didn't go across the entire goal line. Huron now with only 13 seconds left.
And we've got a quick time stoppage, but the
be
Rats are going to bring that back up.
That's a penalty on Pioneer. Huron has a man up.
Clock still continues, though. 9 seconds to play. Stop for the moment. And now we're going only 7 seconds left. Back and forth action, back and forth.
Well, they get a shot
penalties. Last chance before the buzzer. No go. That one sails above the crossbar. Last effort there by the Pioneers, but they made a run of this thing here in that second quarter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that second quarter was just, that was the Pioneers' quarter. They put some points on the scoreboard, but better than that, they stopped the Huron offense. They slowed them down from what they were doing that entire first period, which was finding the back of the net.
And we'll see if they can keep this trend moving, keep this momentum going after halftime here. Stick around. I mean, you don't even need to stick around for very long. It's so fast. Stick around. We'll be right back with more CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Hi, I'm Brian Steglitz, Manager of Water Treatment Services for the City of Ann Arbor. I'm excited to talk to you today about Ann Arbor Water, the city's new brand for its water utilities. As many of you know, the city provides 3 water utilities: drinking water, stormwater management, and resource recovery or wastewater to its customers. This new brand allows us to combine these 3 utilities under a single umbrella, which will allow us to communicate to our customers about how these 3 water services are connected through a single resource, being the Huron River. If you're interested in learning more about our utilities, please come find us on the web at annarborwater.org.
You wouldn't pee in a pool.
Ew.
Just like peeing in the pool, dumping waste or other things at home can find their way into our creeks, streams, and rivers, impacting everyone. You can help keep our waters clean. Pick up after your pets. Correctly dispose of paints and oils. Limit the use of fertilizers. Bag leaves or add them to a compost pile instead of leaving them in the street. Use native plants in rain gardens. Don't overuse detergents at home. And seek local disposal options for household hazardous waste, like a local home toxin center. Consult your municipality's or township's website for free drop-off days throughout the year. Just like you wouldn't pee in the pool, think about how what you do impacts those around you. To learn more about what you can do to protect local water, visit annarborwater.org.
Wheeler Park is just under 2 acres in size, located just north of downtown Ann Arbor in the Carytown area. The park is packed with activities. The park contains a playground, restroom building with water fountain, a walking, running, skate track, basketball court, plaza with benches, picnic shelter with picnic tables and grills, an open field area, and an asphalt walk connection to all the activities. In 2020, the Allen Creek Railroad Burn project was completed, resulting in a tunnel under the railroad to create a path that connects Wheeler Park to the Border Trail. The trailhead is accessed at the corner of Depot and 5th Street at the crosswalk at the northeast corner of the park. For more, visit a2gov.org/parks.
There's my baby.
I'm Dana Denhun. With me is Melissa Bondi, and welcome to the series premiere of Adventures in Parenthood.
Throughout this series, we will explore the world of raising kids through newborn through adulthood.
In 2017, shortly after co-hosts Melissa and Dana welcomed daughters, they brainstormed to fill a once-empty niche at CTN, devoted to the highs and lows of raising kids with Adventures in Parenthood.
Round and round.
Teach them a thing or two about the nature. Teach them about gardening. Teach them about good people and community.
If we don't let the chest all the way up, it doesn't allow the heart to refill between each push.
And the other kids all stopped, and all the staff were just cheering him on to get him to the top.
It says that a child under 8 years old has to be in a booster seat.
So we have special days to honor certain animals.
And now we have over 1,100 kids in the program, 500 coaches.
And for us, what we're always about is developing the compensating qualities.
Thanks for joining us on this adventure in parenthood.
During the 2020 lockdown, a spin-off series was created where Dana welcomed a new co-host, her young daughter, Kiki, to create one-of-a-kind crafts in the how-to series, Adventures in Crafting.
I'm Dana Denha.
And I'm Keaton Cross.
And this is Adventures in Crafting.
Today, we're going to make some Valentine canvases to send to the people that we love. Especially during a time when we can't see people, it's even nicer to get a Valentine in the mail.
It's almost like playing a game when you're painting it, right?
Oh, real guys. There's really aliens. Yes.
They're coming.
There's really aliens in the future, guys.
And the greatest thing about making salt dough handprints is that it may look pretty messy, but everyone has these ingredients at home. And you can make one that's just for you. So thank you for joining us on this adventure in crafting.
Make sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Peace out.
Peace out.
And welcome back, everybody, to CTN Sports Game of the Week. First matchup of the spring season for us, Kevin Bryant, and what did we see in that first half? In case somebody forgot, because it was so short.
I mean, it was so fast. I mean, you could hit one of those buttons on your computer right there and rewind to the first period and watch it all before we probably start this second half. I mean, just really, Nick, it was a lot of Huron in the first period, a lot of Pioneer in the second period. We don't expect that to change that much in the second half as well, because these two teams, they knew each other very well.
Well, and it is interesting the way that the River Rats were just stymied in that second period, right? Like they put up all those points, all those goals that first quarter, second quarter less so. So what did Pioneer do correctly?
Well, they did this. They put that energy and effort that you said Coach Hart likes about this squad. And after they called a timeout in the second period, it looked like there was a different Pioneer team in this pool. Huron collected a couple penalties as well, too, that helped out Pioneer to get back into this match. And now they're throwing this ball down into the hole, and it looks like Huron has a different person playing defense. Olivia Regal is in the hole playing now for the River Rats. Took the place of Ashley Patterson. Want to see how that shakes out.
Well, and Patterson obviously is that veteran presence there. So maybe it's just a matter of, hey, let's get somebody else in there for a little bit just to get a feel for how this is going.
And you said it too, I believe. This is early in the season, so both coaches very liberal with their squads and their sets.
Yeah, this isn't a district game. This isn't a regional game. This is just about working, always getting better, always improving.
Yeah, this is actually, the games go fast, but the season's a marathon. Both teams will play each other in some of these weekend showcases, so it's not like a one-and-done type of deal. They'll know each other when it comes time to that end of May, beginning of June when we get to postseason time.
Yeah, they'll play some of those weekend tournaments and play 3-4 games in a matter of 36 hours.
Yeah, and tomorrow they're going to be at Seaholm. Both teams are not going to play each other, but they're driving up to Birmingham Seaholm to play games on a Friday evening as well, too.
Birmingham is geographically undesirable from Ann Arbor. That's my assessment.
Way out there for
it's
me.
a ride, and there's no good way to get there.
You see Montgomery just battling into that hole position.
Long shot. That one was tipped in. Another long goal. Natalie Rudolph that time, I believe, sent that one in for the Rats.
And I was wrong on that. It looks like Montgomery, I was saying that she had that ball in the hole. Looked like Wada was playing in the hole. Comes back outside, and another shot from outside. That's the third one I can think of from deep for the Riverettes.
Yeah, you wondered if it was just an early on thing that maybe Claire Stevenson wasn't picking something up from those long shots, but maybe that's a little bit of a place for her to work on moving forward, is these long shots, seeing around those defenders and or getting your head above the water just enough so you can see where that ball's coming from.
Yeah, and again, on the offensive side for the Huron, they're doing a great job of finding different places at the back of the net from the outside as well, too. Some of these shots coming in with a little bit more steam than that last one we saw.
Shot clock here coming down to 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Trying to get that one into the hole for a quick shot. Shot clock violation. Referees say let's keep it moving. Pioneers now on offense, but that shot clock is ticking for them, already down to 24 seconds.
Yeah, the second possession for the Pioneers. Let's see if they can keep the ball a little bit more dry than they did the first time. It was a lot of wet passes and ended up being a turnover. Now you got some spacing issues with Pioneer.
That one gets into the hole set there. Vasquez, no change there for the Pioneers. And I believe we saw Caroline McTeague on that strong side as well.
And June Galvin now with it up top. And
that one found Twine, but no good.
What was that call? It looked like they called it on Galvin before she released the shot. Not sure on that penalty, but again, it looks like from right here, maybe she took longer than 3 seconds to release the ball. That's the only thing I can think of.
Nonetheless, still a 6-3 match. No longer a 6-3 match. 7-3 now for the home Riverettes.
That was Ashley Patterson on that shot, and she again made that shot strong and wet. I mean, she went downstairs with it, and it comes onto the left side of the keeper. Watch how fast she comes up with this shot. No hesitation there.
Well, and just a great pass inside to Patterson. It wasn't to her. They sent it to the spot where she was on her way.
It was a lead pass. A great job of you picking that out. And that's what Huron's done already in the second half, is they're handling the ball and moving it around a little bit more efficiently than the Pioneers are.
And Patterson's got to feel pretty good about herself because she played some really stout defense in that first half, and now she gets a little reward, a little atta-girl getting into the offense and putting one in.
And Regal looks like she's got called for that penalty, with Pioneer unable to capitalize on the man-up advantage.
Player is no longer, I mean, she was no more in the box before she dunked herself right back out. And the Rats are not wasting any time moving forward.
Good job by Fagan there for Pioneer, playing some defense, stopping that transition play for the Riverettes.
Leaning pass into the hole. Quick turnaround shot by Wadwa. Man, we've seen her score from deep and she just has a sense of where the net is.
Yeah, you can tell she's a skilled player, and only being a sophomore, the only sophomore on the squad, and she's playing multiple positions and playing them well.
Pioneers now long pass inside to June Gelbin. Gelbin had a lot of success in that second period, so it makes sense they're going to try to go back to her. There's one that cut her into the middle. Chloe Cordova couldn't capitalize. Rats back on the offense. And mishandled that pass a little bit, but then gets it out to Fagan. I'm sorry, that's Wadwa again.
Yeah, and that came from the defense of Patterson. You've been talking about Patterson. She gets that nice, strong outlet pass. A little minor penalty. Actually, it's an excursion penalty. Huron's going to have a man up here for the next 15 seconds. It looks like, did they catch two of them? Oh, it looks like we're going to have a corner. No, that's actually two people in the box now for Pioneer.
Now the River at severe advantage there, and another long goal in. Gets past Claire Stevenson. Who was that? Was that Ashley Patterson out there again?
That was Patterson again, and she found the only corner of that cage that ball could fit through. Look at where she places this ball from up top. Does a great job of putting a lot of fire behind it. And you know what? I think Stevenson's going to learn that you can't go up there with just one hand. You're going to have to get up there with two hands to stop these shots from the River Rats.
Yeah, Patterson, you could just see in that slow motion replay, she got up and put a lot of body torque onto that to get that much mustard behind it to put it past Stevenson.
And again, that man-up advantage that caused that shot because there wasn't a person on the offensive player Patterson to get in her view.
Vasquez now in the hole, tries to shake her defender. They're going to call that advantage Pioneer. Still only 7 seconds on the shot clock, so the Pioneers have got to make something happen here.
Look at Galvin. Look at Galvin. She's just really trying to make some space with that offhand, and she just could not shake the Huron defender. I believe that was Pale, Maddie Pale, that was shadowing her on that shot.
River Rats with a commanding 8-3 lead. They found their offensive groove here in this third period.
And it's all off of the penalties, Nick. If Pioneer can stay man on man, and I say that, but then as Wadwa, this sophomore, she's really making a name for herself, first time on CTN. And you can see, again, triggered by Patterson, getting that ball into a nice shot position for the whole person. And again, Huron is exploiting that top cage, top shelf every day.
Yeah, I think that might have been something that was discussed by Coach Montgomery, is that this is the place that you're going to look for, try to get it up there. But nonetheless, I mean, Wadwa, she gathered that pass up so quickly and almost had a wheel type shot off of her there.
Yeah, and it really is, you know, it's really, I think that was Brooke Fagan that was playing the whole defense for the Pioneers. They're going to have to step up that defense when that ball goes down into the hole, because Huron is scoring now from inside and outside, and you can't have both of them going like this.
And anybody watching CTN's Game of the Week will also be scoring big time, because we've got a lot going on week after week. We got 3 water polo matches, so I mean, just hammering home with those.
Why
got
do we have
soccer.
the boys playing in here? I mean, the boys lacrosse stuff. Let's get rid of that.
It's just that one game of dudes just like sandwiched in the middle. That's so funny. And that'll be one of the only matches at Pioneer, if I'm not mistaken, for the Game of the Week.
Yeah, but I really like the way that our producer put together this schedule. We're seeing a lot of the sports that, you know, traditionally doesn't get a lot of shine, and we're seeing all of the schools represented on that schedule, and not a lot of those town schools that are outside the borders. You know, those I would say country schools, but you know, I don't want to get in trouble when I drive through Saline or Dexter.
Nobody wants to get in trouble out when you're driving through Saline or Dexter, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Now, that's a real timeout. They took full 2 minutes on that timeout break. That's longer than the first period.
Really, clearly a lot to talk about there, or a lot to take that teaching moment here on a Thursday night.
I know I'd need 2 minutes if I was out there water, trying to stay afloat into this pool. No, I'm sorry, I can't do that.
Right. Let's hurry this up so we can get back out there and get moving. Nobody wants to just do those egg beaters constantly, like the players are doing out there. 125.
Strong legs.
Oh my goodness. 120 to play here in this third period. Pioneers desperate to put another one in to try to build some momentum going into the fourth quarter. Aggressive play defensively there, though. Ashley Patterson back in that defensive hole set for the Rats.
And Huron, Pioneer has to take advantage of this. Oh, that was so close there. Good shot, though. Good effort. Huron had 2 people in the box that time, and they come away with the stop.
Gelman banged that one off the crossbar, went up high.
Yeah, and like you said, sometimes you can get the shot even before the people are inside the penalty box.
That's the whole point. That's half the point, right? Their backs are to you, so that's your opportunity to really move after it.
Oh, this is where Pioneers had trouble this period. Oh, better job there in the hole there by Martin. Audrey Martin, that's the first time we've seen her in the pool. And it looks like Coach Hart did make a change to that whole set defensive person. And he brings in a new player and does a great job of just getting in the face and causing just consternation for Wadwa.
Yeah, just getting a little aggressive with Wadwa there. Turn around. Just a rifle cannon of a shot there from Vasquez. But at Savannah Duman.
Yeah, but that was, again, the best effort we've seen in that third period as far as a shot with a lot of steam coming from Pioneer.
And just coming out of that replay, that is the end of the third period.
You gotta be kidding.
Stick around, and we will bring you fourth period action here on CTN Sports Game of the Week from Huron High School. Down low, looking into the middle for Denninger, and Denninger not to be deterred. Back to Denninger, the alley-oop, just malice in her eyes, and that one lobs in. Denninger, Allie Denninger. Denninger received that shot, almost like Hakeem Olajuwon there.
I'm Sergeant Mark Pulford with the Ann Arbor Police Department. I'm here today to talk about pedestrian safety. Whether you're outside on a beautiful day like today, walking to class, or crossing the street to get to your favorite coffee shop, pedestrian safety is a shared responsibility. Here are a few simple tips to help keep you safe. The first one is always use a crosswalk. They're here for a reason, and they provide a space so that you can get across the street safer. Always look both ways. I know, it sounds simple, but don't rely on the traffic signals. Look what traffic's doing. Stay visible. Wear bright clothing, especially at nighttime, and make eye contact when possible with the drivers before you cross. Don't be distracted. Put your phone down, take out your earbuds. Obey the traffic signals. Pedestrian signals are there for a reason, and they help guide you across the street. Remember, we all share the roadway, so it's all of our responsibility. Thank you for listening today, and stay safe, Ann Arbor.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD. Many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why can't I just pay attention? Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers, to help them make sense of it all. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do.
And welcome back, everybody, to Huron High School. We've got girls water polo between the Rats and their crosstown rivals, the Pioneers. We've got some duel in the pool. We've got mayhem in the deep end. And
keep going with it. I love those.
That's all I got. I was really trying for a third one on the way over here.
There, man.
That's all I got. Well, maybe in a couple of weeks we'll find something. But the Rats up 9-3 in command.
Now check out this. This is what we saw in between. This is when you can tell a player just got off the squad and they're trying to demonstrate how they do it. But I want you to really focus in on the glasses. Those sunglasses never move.
No movement. No movement.
All of that animation out of that assistant coach and no sunglass movement. That's top shelf.
That's pro. That's pro right there. That's a veteran move. And I think even Coach Hart was impressed. He took a step back.
He sat back and watched it.
He did. Soaked in the whole thing, as did we, and as did the truck, obviously, keeping a real close eye on every aspect going on here on CTN Sports Game of the Week.
Well, the aspect of that third period was all offense by Huron. They did not slow down, but I really want to point out their defense, and it's being started by the goalkeeper, Duman. She's not seeing a lot of shots because we're seeing this. Turnovers by Pioneer in the middle of the pool, but when she does get a ball shot on the cage, she's right on the spot.
River Rats back on the attack, a familiar spot for them after that third period. And here we go, a quick breakaway, takes a stop for the shot and puts another one in near side on Stevenson. One more goal for the Rats.
Yeah, Wadwa there, she's putting her name in the hat for the key player of the game, scoring from outside inside, dribbles all the way in. But again, beating the Pioneer defender with that dribble that she had it all in front of her and allowed the ball to come up to her strong hand. Her strong hand is that right hand, and then she goes short side on the cage.
Yeah, have a day, Wadwa. That's what everybody's going to be saying.
That might be a nickname for her. Have a day, Wadwa. Patterson
Pioneer
again
right out
on
in the middle,
defense.
yeah. Vasquez trying to get something going. She gets that one over to Galvin. Galvin now finishes for her squad. Pioneers put another one up on the board to try to inch a little bit closer in this one.
Yeah, and Pioneer really needed that one. I was hoping that Galvin would not pass that. She had it inside, and then look at June. She'll look outside right there like she was going to throw it back out. Maybe she was deking both the keeper, Duman, and the defender in front of her, and she did a great job with it.
Well, and it doesn't take much, right? Like, you get somebody just a little bit on their heels, you get them
Move
to change
those eyes.
their eye movement just a little bit, exactly right, and then you turn and fire that one in, and Galvin did a great job there.
Just saying that because opening day is tomorrow, and you want to move that eye level.
Change the eye level, that's exactly right. Classic pitching maneuver. And that's a classic goal. One more for the Rats. Now up 11-4 with 5:20 to go here in this fourth period.
Catherine Huang again on their second goal of the evening. And a lot of these goals, you can see this one from up top, but a lot of these goals right there, Ewing coming inside, and that's Montgomery. Montgomery on her third, and her hat trick of the night.
And you know how it was Montgomery because it was that no-look, quick shot, being completely aware of where she was at and where the net was at. Just another amazing shot by Montgomery.
And that's that stoppage of I was talking about with Duman. She came in, and they're actually going to call a penalty on that. She came in and came down and trapped the ball with her hands. So it's going to go back over possession to Pioneer.
So you've got two players in the exclusion box, and the Pioneers, perfect opportunity, 20 seconds to go here in this, with this shot clock, 4:40 to go in the entire match.
A little long on the pass there, threw off the momentum, and that really threw off of this penalty opportunity. Pioneer, whoa!
But a long arcing shot finds the back of the net for the Pioneers.
And June Galvin, once again, that almost looked like a pass, threw everybody off. Duman didn't even have an opportunity to react to this. Watch this. She comes in from deep with this, and Duman looks over her shoulder like that one's going out of the park, and it just drops into the cage.
Her reaction was watching it all the way in.
Yeah.
She watched it go up. She watched over her left shoulder.
I think she
watched
forgot
that
she
one
was the
go in.
keeper.
Well, to be fair, I truly believe that she thought she was possibly a little closer to the net.
She didn't know.
So
the
she
position
thought
of
she
the
was going
pool.
to watch it go sailing over the net, and instead she was out a little bit further than she thought she was, and that one just went in right behind her.
Little discussion in between the refs, and they're talking with Coach Montgomery. Coach Montgomery was thinking that there was going to be a penalty called on that, and there was no 3 seconds or any kind of pause. The ball went right into a Pioneer player's hands, and they released that shot, and it was good.
Yeah, you never know how you're going to make it happen in water polo, and all these players have got a lot of different tools in their toolbox to make that happen.
And you gotta really keep. We say this in a lot of sports: keep your head on a swivel. But inside the water polo pool, everything's happening so fast.
Man, that swivel better be greased up out here because you're going to be constantly looking back and forth.
Get it into Montgomery.
Montgomery shakes her defender one more time. You know, it's so much about Montgomery. Not only does she have that strong shot, not only is she really aware, just her ability to get away from that defender is really, really impressive.
Yeah, and here we go, the penalty shot from Montgomery.
And everybody gets their phones out to get this picture coming up.
Yeah, even the announcers sometimes take out their phones.
Oh yeah, I'm part of everybody. Don't get me wrong. It's happening over here.
That'll be the 4th goal for Montgomery, and that's like, we've said this a couple times over the past couple of years. That's not fair.
It's almost like Messi taking penalty kicks. Like, you give her that open opportunity. She's got so many. Look at where that bounced out in front of the keeper. What are you going to do?
It was almost at the 2-meter mark where she bounces it off of the water. Great angle to bounce that one up into the cage. You can't go out there and defend the bounce. It's like an in-between hot four-ish infielder.
It skipped, but it didn't stay low. It skipped and then went high and hit top right, top
Yeah,
south.
she put some English on that shot.
Yeah, just a really impressive shot, impressive player, and an impressive showing all around for the River Rats here early on in the season. Yeah, the Rats have a lot going for them between their goalkeeper, their goal scorers. That whole set defense is what is huge. And now the Pioneers are just doing their best to catch up and try to make a match of this and get some of those life lessons that they can take with them the next 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, and even with the right now, Huron is in a penalty situation. Pioneer has not been able to get any good shots on the net. And there's Duman again coming out of the pool. She times it well when she keeps her eyes on the ball.
Well, and defensively, the Rats weren't getting aggressive. Weren't getting overly aggressive.
No, they were packing that defense in and making sure that shot came from outside.
Yeah, very tight, very packed in, and probably communicated by Duman. She was setting those players up.
Fracas on that pass. It didn't make it all the way to her teammate. Easy turnover for the Pioneers.
Pioneers now moving forward. Under 3 minutes to go here in this 4th period.
See if Huron can play some defense without getting a penalty.
Gelman's got that strong left hand. Sends that one into the middle. Vasquez, we've seen a lot of her. Up, out, punched away by Savannah Duman.
Yeah, for a freshman to come in and play, a senior to come in and play like this. She knows this pool, and that time she knew exactly the position she was in and put her hand up. And that's the way you stop a one-handed shot when you're next to the post.
Yep, get out there, know where you're at, and double block there. Yeah, Duman putting on a clinic in the net.
That was good. That was
one
good.
went in. We're going to see if that's good or not. Referees say yes.
Okay, I think that was good on that one because it goes to 13. And, that was right at the shot clock, Montgomery. And, again, she knows exactly where to place that ball. She is the leader of this Huron squad by far on the offensive end.
Yeah, just all-world player, just as much recognition as you can possibly get in high school sports made in Montgomery. Wow, Duman took that one right in the kisser. Not flustered, not phased at all. She just takes that one right in the face and goes right back at it, gets the offense going. No time to spare, Kevin Bryant.
Oh, I feel for everybody that has a big brother. That's what big brothers do to little brothers. They throw the ball right at their face, make sure they catch it. But you just said it. Duman played it off like that one didn't hurt at all. I'm giving my body to the squad.
And that's what you're supposed to do when you're a senior, right? That's what you do when you're a leader. This is what happened. We're moving forward. Didn't hurt. I don't feel it. Maybe I'll feel it tomorrow. .110 to play, and the aggressive play has not stopped or slowed up at all. Both of these teams are still going for every centimeter that they can get out there and play to the very end, which is what both of these teams are doing.
Well, and I think what you're saying about Coach Hart, you know, his team, that's a great shot from outside from Huron. Now they're just piling it on there. Martinson with the shot from deep, just over Stevenson's head. And Stevenson, she's going to remember this game for a long time. Her first time going up against Huron.
But, I mean, you will be hopefully talking about her 2, 3, 4 years from now, right? And she will look back out and say, hey, those were the growing pains. Look at me now.
Yeah, and you can see on that shot that she was way out of position. She drifted her way out of the cage where she opened herself open to that lob shot. If she stays back in the cage, she's protecting a lot more of the angles that the offensive player has.
You know who's never out of position?
Who's that?
All of our teammates up there.
Oh, man.
Camera guys out there, Mike Rack Focus Davis,
Love
Mo Sislak El Mazri on camera, and replay somehow. Good for him.
He's doing a lot.
Ryan, if that is your real name, Smith up there, new guy, another new guy, love that. And then Mitch the Flash Mazer in the truck, along with Rob the Boss Cross. I am Nick Wisniewski with Kevin Bryant here with 22 seconds to go here from the pool at Huron High School.
And another kill here by Pioneer. And look at all of this madness, this action, and coming in and just dishing it away. And like you said, you got to keep your head on the swivel, right?
Savvy play right there. And that's one more. Did that go in? The referees
I
are
don't
going
think
to
it
say
went all the way in.
Line.
They did count that. They counted that.
One last lemon in
like
the cut for the River Rat. A little more vinegar in there for you.
Is that Wadwa? It's hard to tell from this angle. It did not look like it crossed over the entire.
Yeah, that's a rough angle, but we had an official down in the corner, and he said it's good, and that's good for us.
Yeah,
that's
angle.
it. That's a great angle. That is the
angle.
Glorious. See, that's what I'm talking about. Our
we'll
camera
see,
guys.
Ryan, he's learning. He's a new guy.
He's
I like
on
that.
It. He's already a pro. He's already a pro, and that is it for us from Huron High School. The Rats win this one 15-5, but we are not done, folks. Stick around. Kevin Bryant already hustling out to talk to our key player of the game. Stick around. We'll be right back. See everybody moving their feet, and it all starts. All starts with Rosenberg right there.
I love his sellies too. The celebrations out of Rosenberg are awesome. He attacks from either side, and he puts everything into this shot.
We've seen him do this time and time again, and there he is coming around.
That's top cheddar, folks.
Here you are. Here they haven't needed it, but there it plays off, and there's Rosenberg.
That's my 4th goal on the game, folks. He's pulling his own jersey. Love it.
That is another goal. Pinpoint shot by Levi Rosenberg.
I'm running out of sellies. I'm running out of sellies, guys.
No, they're not.
All right, now welcome back to the pool. Now, I could have picked Matta Montgomery, but we always pick Matta, so we're going to go with a different person here. Lillian, congratulations. Tell me a little bit about some of the shots from the outside.
One of my best friends has taken those shots, and I wanted to learn from her, and I think getting open on the outside and working down the pool is a great idea. But if we can get open on the drop, taking the top shots is the best way to go.
Looks like you know a lot out there, and you're only a sophomore. Get out of here.
Thanks. I've been playing for a long time, and I love this team, and I want to keep going.
Well, you guys are off to a great start. Congratulations on the win, and congratulations for being our key player of the game with, I believe, 4 goals on the night.
Thank you.
All right, Nick, back to you to wrap us up.
And thank you, Kevin Bryant. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this edition of CTN Sports Game of the Week. From Huron High School, the River Rats 15-5. Just water polo glory for the Rats this evening. For Kevin Bryant, I'm Nick Wisniewski. We hope to see you all again soon on CTN Sports Game of the Week.